What's up, guys? This is IceMaN bringing you episode number 10 of Gears of War 3 Ranked Commentary. And this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about... fuck it, I'll talk a little bit about my childhood. So, I grew up in apartment complexes from about the age of 10 to 12. I was in one apartment complex, and then from 12 to 14, I was in another apartment complex. And then from the age of 12 to about 14, I met this guy named Joey, and we hung out every single day because he lived down the street from me, and he was a good friend of mine. And we literally hung out. We rode the same bus together to school, and we once we got off the bus, we just hung out all day. We went up to the clubhouse at the apartment and shot pool, and we swam in the pool. We just did a whole bunch of juvenile shit. There was a hospital being built across the street. We ran over there and vandalized it, just like some average teenagers would do, just acting stupid. We would fuck with the construction workers and throw rocks down the hallways. We messed with the Chinese restaurant down the street. We threw cinder blocks through their back door, set off fireworks through the restaurant because they would leave the door cracked sometimes. And I don't know how we got this idea, but we had about fucking 100 bottle rockets, and we tied them together in like packs of 30. Like there'd be 30, so we had like 3 sets of 30, so there's about 90 bottle rockets. And we like made our own fuses. Like we got toilet paper and like rolled the toilet paper up so they were like long skinny snakes, and then tied the toilet paper together with gum and then hosed it down an axe and then lit it on fire. And we just set the bottle rockets pointing up to the back of the Chinese store, and we ran back to the apartment and sat on my back patio and just heard them all go off, just like one after another. And we could only imagine how many of those actually went through the screen door in the Chinese restaurant into their shop. One time, actually, I remember Joey, he threw a center block straight through the screen and into the Chinese restaurant. And we were on bicycles. The little Asian guy jumped out of the Chinese restaurant and chased both me and Joey down the street. We got away. He was right behind me, though. Joey hauled ass. He was right behind me. Almost grabbed me off my bicycle. That guy was fast as shit. And he ran to his car, ramped the car over a median, and started chasing me in his car. Like, he was going through traffic. He went the wrong way in traffic, ramped over another median, and started following me through this neighborhood. Pulled up behind me, told me to pull over. I was scared shitless. I wouldn't pull over. He then fishtailed me in his car and knocked out my my back wheel, and I went flying. Like, I was doing like 25 down a hill, and he just took me out with his car. I'm not even lying. He got up. He didn't really speak any English. He grabbed me by my shirt and picked me off the ground with one hand, and he threw me into his car, left my bicycle there, and he brought me into his Chinese shop and said, "Who's your friend? Why y'all throwing cinder blocks through my door?" And I was like, "It was my friend. It was my friend." And they're like, "What's his name?" I was like, "I don't know. I just met him today. I just met him at the pool." And so I got out of it, and he's like, "You're lucky I don't call the cops." He's like, I never want to see you guys here again." And I was like, "I'll make sure I never do that again. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking." But yeah, me and Joey, we'd been through so much shit in our life. I remember one time we went up to the clubhouse, and there was a racquetball court up there as well, and we were both really good at racquetball, but I always beat him. And he got pissed because I kept beating him in racquetball. So he punched the wall, and it barely put like a little dent in the wall. And I was like, "Come on, you pussy, that's just drywall. You can't punch through a drywall." He's like, "Yeah, I'd like to see you do it." So I just punched the shit out of the wall. My whole fist goes through the wall. And he's like, "Oh my god, yo, we're gonna get in so much trouble." And we saw a picture frame just laying on the wall to the right. So I was like, "Shit." I was like, "Take that nail out of the wall and hang the picture frame up over here." It only took about 12 hours for them. Literally, I had somebody knock on my door the next day asking why we punched a hole through the wall. Of course, we denied it because they had no proof. But they knew we were the ones that did it because we had been fucking up everything in that store. One winter, it was really snowy, and me, a friend of mine, Dakota, and Joey were throwing snowballs at vehicles, and we were up on a really big hill, and the road was kind of like dry, like the road was about 50 yards down the hill, and it was going parallel to the hill. So we were hiding behind this big evergreen tree, and we were all decked out in white, so nobody could see us. And I remember I was just working on this one monstrous snowball for a good like 10 minutes, just packing it so it was like softball size. And like I'd played baseball from like age 5 to about 14, and I was first baseman and a pitcher, and I had a really good arm on me. Like even when at 14, I was in the upper 70s. Like I had a fucking hell of an arm on me. My accuracy was pretty shit, but my fucking arm was ridiculous. I remember I could lob the ball from center field and hit home plate without even it hitting the ground once. And I was like, I got this, because my friends kept throwing duds. They would like fall in the street right before the car, and I was like, nah, I got this. This truck's driving down the street, and I lobbed the snowball straight over the evergreen tree that we were hiding behind. It's got so much hang time, I led the car by a good 50 yards as well. And the snowball's dropping, the car's coming. Snowball drops through the guy's windshield. Literally, his front windshield just shattered out. The car stops. He rolls down his window and looks up at the hill and sees us. He immediately guns it. Comes around the corner. We see him. We start running. He didn't see us though. We saw him. We started running and we hid under the steps of the apartment complex. And he literally got out of his car, followed our footprints to the steps that we were hiding behind, and sat in front of the steps with his hands in his pocket. All we could see was through the little crack in the steps. We just saw his little Texas belt. He had this belt buckle on, and his hands in his pockets. That's all we could see. He sat there for a good 30 seconds just staring at us. I looked through to my right. There is footprints leading behind the steps. I have no idea how he didn't come back there, but he literally knocked on every single door saying, hey, have you guys seen any kids around? It turned out to find out, he's like, yeah, I'm a security officer. He works at a jail. But anyways, long story short is I had a lot of good times with my friend Joey, and he got involved with drugs, and he was downtown one night selling weed, and he got shot in the back of the head, and they never found who did it. And yeah, man, life is too short. Have fun with your friends when you can, and I still miss that guy today. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.